run junkies! Oh boy, summer's here! School's out! This is the time when all of the routines that we've established go completely out the window and we go into flexibility mode. What that means is that whatever goals I have to get something done during the day, I have to lower my expectations quite a bit. But summer being what it is, my son and I did have a little bit of fun this week. We did spend a lot of time just hanging around the house and going to the pool, but we did a couple of other things as well. We got our first run in for the Run Disney Virtual 5K shorts, and we got out one morning, we did our 5K, and so that's done. We also went to the dive shop. I'm a scuba instructor and he was actually my student last year, so it was kind of fun. We got to just jump in the pool, get on scuba, blow some bubbles, and that was kind of a fun afternoon to break up the day a little bit. Otherwise, we're hanging around the house and camps start next week, which is good. But training-wise, I had a great week. Looking back at the last 6 weeks, I started to see some signs that I was overtraining. Now here's the thing about recovering after a race. I know I've talked quite a bit lately in my Training Tuesday videos about rest and recovery and how it relates to our fitness. But after a hard effort like a race, we shouldn't feel like we have to get back out running as soon as possible. And this is a phenomenon that's hard to grasp because we spend so much of our training mentally gearing ourselves up to just go out and get the run done, and just that mental stamina of doing that day after day. We spend so much time thinking that the workout is a priority, but after a race, the rest and recovery should be the highest priority for our fitness. And it took me several days to wrap my brain around that, to shift my thinking. A couple of days after Boulder, I was totally fine with sitting on my rear end for a couple of days and just resting, putting my feet up and spending that time in recovery. By the third day though, I started shifting my thinking back to, okay, I have to go out, or I have to go cross train, or whatever the have to was. It was a chore that I felt I needed to do. And this was an optional workout anyway. It even said, as per Coach Christine, you can do this or don't, it doesn't matter. But in my mind, I said, this is a have to, this is a must. And it took my son to say, Mom, no, you really just need to take the day off. Just go relax. And you know what? He was absolutely right. I didn't want to work out. I didn't feel like it. I wasn't into it. I was still very tired from the race on Monday. And I think that day was significant in my training because it was that extra day of rest that I got to this week ready to begin the next phase of my training. So what is the next phase of my training? Well, I signed up for the Prairie Dog Half Marathon in Castle Rock, Colorado on July 22nd. Now, when I saw this race, I saw the start time at 6:30. So July 22nd, you're already thinking midsummer, this is hot, but at 6:30 in the morning, it's a little easier. I do want a solid half marathon proof of time for Dopey, but there are a couple of downsides to this race. One of those downsides is that Castle Rock is about 1,000 feet higher in elevation than Denver, which isn't that big a deal considering I live here, but it is significant enough to make a difference, I think, in the running. The other thing was I didn't look at the elevation profile before I signed up for the race. Doesn't this look super fun? Oh, you want to come out here and join me on this one, don't you? So the downside is the first half of the race is all uphill, but that means the second half of the race, since it's an out and back course, is all downhill. Serves me right for not looking more closely at the race before I sign up. So I'm gonna be working really hard for this one. I stated my goals to Coach Christine that my current PR is 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 59 seconds on the half marathon. And gee, wouldn't it be fun, wouldn't it be great if I PR'd again? Except that fighting for that PR, and this was 3 years ago now, that hurt. And it hurt a lot. But somehow Christine believes that I can call up a 10:07 minute pace for a half marathon. We'll see what happens. But that is it for me today. My question for you today is this: do you have kids that are home for this summer? And if so, what do you do with them all day? What are the things you look forward to during your summer break? Leave your thoughts and comments in the box below. And coming up on Tuesday, Believe it or not, Dopey Challenge and Goofy Challenge runners will start training here pretty soon. So my Tuesday video this week is going to be about the Dopey and the Goofy Challenge, getting ready for it, what training plan you might want to select. So please subscribe if you want to check that out. It's coming up on Tuesday. If you like this video, please give me that thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. That's it for me today. Get out there, go find your awesome. Until next time, happy running.